With your three-point stance on Kansas Jayhawk football, I'm Brian Haney. The Jayhawks stay out on the road this week, traveling to Morgantown to face number 14 West Virginia, a well-balanced team that's in the top 25 both in terms of scoring defense and total offense. Here's defensive coordinator Clint Bowen on what impresses him the most about the West Virginia attack.
I think the one thing that gets left out on them is that they're a physical, tough group. The tailback runs mean. The O-line plays mean. I think the center is probably one of the best in the league. He's a nasty guy, has been for a while. But they play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder.
The Jayhawks continue to be one of the best pass rushing teams in the Big 12, currently ranking third in league games in sacks per contest at 3 per. What does Daniel Wise, the sophomore defensive tackle, have to say about this team's pass rush?
In the offseason, that was one of our main goals, is to be the best D-line in the Big 12 and arguably try to be the best D-line in the nation is everybody's goal. But individually, we push each other throughout the offseason. Try to encourage each other, to remind each other of our goals and why we're doing what we're doing and whatnot. And it's paying off, and we still have 4 more games to go to keep improving.
And finally, a bit of disappointing news for this season, but promising news perhaps for next season, as on Tuesday, David Beatty announced that junior linebacker Joe Dineen will have to be shut down for the rest of the season. He's had a hamstring ailment ever since early in the Memphis game. The rule on medical red shirts, though, is you cannot have played in more than 30% or more than 3 of your team's games, whichever is higher. So a good chance for Joe Dineen to get that medical hardship. But here's Coach Beatty on just how difficult this decision was for his junior captain.
Joe was working feverishly to get back. He wants to play. He cannot stand his life right now in football. And he is such a good kid. We call him the mayor and we mess with him all the time, but man, he loves this game and it is killing him not to get on that field.
It's the Jayhawks and the Mountaineers Saturday at 6 from Morgantown on the Jayhawk Network. I'm Brian Haney with 3 Downs on Kansas football.